everybody. We're back. My first guest tonight is an Academy Award-winning actor. He's appeared in the classic films American Graffiti, Jaws, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Currently, he stars in The Education of Max Bickford, which airs Sunday nights on CBS. Please welcome Richard Dreyfuss. I love a guest that comes out and is like, come on, come on. Give it up.
I live for that.
Yes, you do.
As a matter of fact.
Okay. That is just wrong. How are you?
I'm good.
You doing okay?
Good. I'm good.
Yes.
Good.
You have this show. People like the show, Education of Max Bickford.
Yeah. Well, this is the end of our first year, and we're doing good.
Your character, midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Struggling with midlife crisis. Is this based at all on anything that you've struggled with yourself?
Yeah. I spent the last few years actually almost completely paralyzed, and looking at myself and wondering everything about, like, why do I have more hair growing out of my ears than on my head?
Oh, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
That's disgusting.
You know, but generally, this is serious. What is it like to be closer to death than your high school graduation? And that kind of really obsessed me, and I thought, since it's obsessing me, why not inflict it on America?
Right. Want to make a whole show about someone. I mean, do you feel like your body's not, you seem like you're in okay shape, you're not falling apart, or things change, don't they? Things start to change.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
I'm 21, you know, I'm still virile. Okay.
See, I seriously get the feeling that I looked in the mirror sometime around 1990, and I checked myself out. I said, hey, looking good.
Were you completely naked?
No.
That's
I can't go that far.
Okay.
And then I didn't look in the mirror again until last year.
Right.
And I completely flipped out, you know, like, who are you? What is that? Don't be that person anymore.
You're an actor and you didn't look in a mirror for 12 years? That's incredible.
That's what it feels like.
That's
what
amazing.
It feels like.
So you checked yourself out and you didn't like what was happening?
No, nor will you.
What are you talking about?
I do
isometrics.
Nor will you or you or
no,
you or you.
I'm keeping in shape during this interview. I have a thigh master under here. I'm constantly working.
I don't believe in exercise. I believe in plastic surgery and
really?
Hair transplants. Yes, I do.
Are you going to have any plastic surgery?
I think I am. I think I'm going to have. I'm going to do this.
Right.
And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Here. This.
Yeah, that's really going to look good, buddy.
And this.
Yeah. I don't want you back on the show when you've done that to yourself.
Well, I think it would be good. I mean, I don't want to be 55 years old. I want to be 35.
Right.
And even if I feel 55, I want to look 35.
Now, you've said that you want your character on the show to have a lot of casual sex. That's something that you want for your character. Is that true?
Yep.
So is that something that you're telling the producers? I want my character to just be hooking up every week with someone different?
I think that that people forget that when you get to be 50, 55 years old, you're better at making love than you were at 30. It's just better.
Is it really?
Oh, please. Please.
I mean, I really... I hope so.
And I don't want the show to be about, you know, domestic bliss and total family values. I want it to be about the way people are, which is trying to get laid all the time. And
right. You want your character to be a sexual threat, a sexual dynamo.
Or I want to be in the casting sessions, let's put it that way.
Nicely said. You're so honest about the whole thing. Now, you have some time off now. What are you going to do with it? You have a whole summer off. What do you like to do?
Well, honestly, my wife and I are going to go on a trip, and we're going to tour some Civil War battlefields, which...
Woo! No, I can sympathize.
Either go to Scandal's resort.
Right,
you know,
right. No, I can sympathize. I'm a history buff. Have you been to these before?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been to a lot of them for a long time, and it's very, for me, it's great. It gives me something I don't get anywhere else, and I was a reenactor.
You were a reenactor. Gives me something I don't get anywhere else. We can just move on. It'll all change for your character soon. You were a reenactor? You were one of those people that reenacts a Civil War battle?
Yeah.
What did you do in the Civil War battle? First of all, you dressed up in the period costume?
Oh yeah, yeah. I went to watch the Battle of Cedar Creek being reenacted when I was shooting What About Bob in Virginia. Mm-hmm. And there was 2,000 people there, all dressed up as Union and Confederate soldiers, and one is tempted to think of them as loonies, but in fact, it's not that. It's something better. And anyway, they said to me, "So you want to march with us? You want to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So then they had a discussion, a debate within themselves for an hour about whether or not I could march with my glasses, which were not period.
What do you mean
Because everything is perfect. Everything is perfectly period in a reenactment. Right. And they have everything that's of the period. So my glasses were very modern glasses. Right. I couldn't march without them.
So you can't march with like a Sony Walkman on, you know?
No. You can't do that virtual computer thing.
Right,
No,
right.
you can't do that.
Right, okay, so they're very serious about it. And what was your role in the battle? Did they tell you, how do you know what to do? Do they tell you, march, shoot that guy over there, do this, do that?
They say march, shoot, and then drop dead. And that's what I did. I dropped dead.
How long do you lay down on the ground dead?
I guess you lay down for the exact amount of time you used to lay down when you were playing Cowboys and Indians when you were a kid.
Right.
You have to lay down for a civilized amount of time.
Right.
You can't just jump up and say, "You missed me, you missed me."
Actually, I think that would be really funny for someone to go. This is something Jamie Kennedy should do on his show, is to go at a Civil War reenactment, have people keep firing at you, and just going like, "Sorry, baby." Bulletproof, whoa, caught it. Caught another one. Yeah. Just do that. It would make those people so angry.
Well, it did when you were a kid. It made you angry when your friends did that.
Right. Now, we have to go in just a second, but you've taught an acting class that has an interesting title. You've taught an acting class that's for unemployed actors. Is that right?
I taught an acting class in how to be an unemployed actor in Los Angeles.
And what were you telling them? Like, don't get depressed, stay in shape, be deluded?
I mean, I was telling them things like, I showed them how to schmooze a casting agent, and how to sidle up to your agent, and how to get everyone like that to love you so that they want to get you jobs.
Right.
And
so nothing about the actual craft of acting, just how to suck up to people.
This was not about acting. This was how to be unemployed and enjoy it.
Right, right.
That's what it was. And it was, I mean, for me, that was the greatest time in the world, when I would work like twice a year.
Right.
And live on unemployment.
Right.
And, you know, I was going to say bull, but I won't. One another.
Thank you for restraining yourself. Appreciate it. So, and the interesting thing is, most unemployed actors, all they do is they take a different headshot every week to just look different.
Well,
you've never had a headshot, have you?
No. No, that was the biggest controversy in my class. I had all these kids in class, and I said to them at one point that I'd never had a headshot, you know, a photograph, and I'd never had a resume. And they all flipped out. And I said, you don't need it if you want to be remembered, you know, by a casting agent. Drive your car through the wall of the studio,
right,
or be good in the audition.
Right.
But no one is ever going to, you know, hire you because they say things like, on the resume, they say, "Oh, he played Othello in the Birmingham Rep. Let's get him in here." You know, they don't really do that.
It's a big waste of time. And the picture, you know, like the picture doesn't make, unless you're just...
The photographer makes $1 million.
Right.
And that's a scam. It's basically a scam.
I actually had a headshot taken like 5 years ago, because I thought I might want to get, you know, be in film sometime, you know? I mean, you know, king of late night, but eventually you have to move on. And I was kidding. move on and try film. So I got a headshot taken, and I got no calls. Could you just look at my headshot and see, did I do something wrong? Is there something?
See?
You don't like that?
I was right.
I don't know.
Well, you don't want headshots. You
Okay. The Education of Max Bickford airs Sunday nights at 8 on CBS. It was so cool to have you on the program.
Are there any Nielsen families here? Does anyone have a Nielsen box?
No, they're watching at home. Yeah.
Because if you are watching, if you have a Nielsen box, I will give you a Mercedes if you keep watching my show. Simple.
Yeah. That's, you heard it here, a Mercedes.
A Mercedes.
So do people know where to get in touch with you?
Anyone can get in touch with me.
Okay, you know where to find him. Richard Dreyfuss, thank you very much for being here. Good to have you. Jamie Kennedy coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
I can't let old Mr. Hetherington take you away, Red. You need to be free again. Go on now! Get out of here! Please. You have to go.
With a leather interior and the available Honda DVD entertainment system,
I'll never forget you!
it's one of the joys of parenthood.
Sorry, guys. How was dance class?
The Odyssey from Honda.
One prediction
Next Thursday, you're going to die.
to open her eyes. 1 week
If you change the path you're currently on, the outcome is going to be different.
to change their destiny. Life or Something Like It. Rated PG-13. Friday.